20 beautiful coffee table ideas. When we design a living room, we often spend a lot of time choosing the sofa, the wall colors, the curtains and the lighting. But there is one piece that quietly sits right in the middle of the entire space and has the power to either bring everything together or make the room feel completely disconnected, and that is the center table. A center table is not just a surface where you keep your coffee, remote controls or decorative accessories. It is an important design element that connects your seating arrangement, defines the center of the room and contributes significantly to the overall style of your interior. So in today's video, we are going to explore beautiful center table ideas, different shapes and materials, how to choose the right size, how to style it professionally, and the common mistakes you should avoid before buying one. Welcome back to Everyday Interiors TV, where we explore practical interior design ideas, beautiful spaces and expert advice to help you create a home that feels stylish, functional and truly personal. If you enjoy interior inspiration and want to make better design decisions for your home, don't forget to subscribe. First, understand the size of your living room. Before falling in love with a particular design, the first thing you need to consider is proportion. A center table should feel connected to the seating arrangement without making the room feel crowded. One of the biggest mistakes people make is buying a table simply because it looks beautiful in a showroom or in an online photograph. But a large table in a compact living room can interrupt movement, while a very small table in front of a large sofa can look visually disconnected. The center table should work with the scale of your sofa and the available circulation space around it. You should be able to move comfortably around the table without constantly feeling like you have to squeeze through the furniture. So instead of choosing the biggest or most decorative option, first understand the dimensions of your living room and create a balanced relationship between your sofa, chairs and center table. Rectangular center tables. A rectangular center table is one of the most classic and versatile choices, especially when you have a long sofa or a larger seating arrangement. Its linear form naturally follows the shape of the sofa and creates a structured and organized look. You can choose a simple wooden rectangular table for a warm and timeless interior, or go for marble, stone, glass or metal depending on the style of your home. For a more luxurious look, consider a table with a strong natural stone surface, beautiful veining or a sculptural base. A rectangular table can also offer more usable surface area, making it practical for everyday living. However, if your living room is compact or you have young children, sharp corners may not always be the most convenient option. Round center tables. Round center tables are excellent for creating a softer and more relaxed look. They work particularly well in living rooms where the furniture arrangement already includes many straight lines and sharp edges. A round table can visually break that structure and make the space feel more fluid. They are also a great option for compact spaces because the absence of corners can improve movement around the seating area. A beautiful round wooden table can create a warm and organic interior, while marble or glass can make the room feel more refined and elegant. If you have a curved sofa or a more conversational seating arrangement, a round center table can be especially effective. Square center tables. Square center tables generally work well when your seating arrangement is balanced on multiple sides. For example, if you have sofas facing each other or a large square-shaped seating area, a square table can create a strong and symmetrical center. These tables can look particularly luxurious when designed as a substantial statement piece. Imagine a beautiful stone block, a handcrafted wooden design or a large upholstered and tray-style center table. The important thing is to ensure that the proportions remain balanced. A square table that is too large can quickly dominate the room. Metal and mixed material designs. Mixed materials can make a center table feel much more interesting. For example, a combination of wood and metal can create warmth with a contemporary edge. Stone combined with metal can feel luxurious, while glass and wood can create a lighter, more relaxed look. The secret is not to introduce too many materials without purpose. Look at the finishes already present in your living room. If you have brass lighting fixtures, perhaps a subtle brass detail in the center table can create visual continuity. If your furniture has warm wooden tones, repeating that tone in the table can make the room feel more cohesive. Nesting tables. Nesting tables are one of the smartest options for modern homes. Instead of having one fixed center table, you have multiple tables that can be arranged together or separated whenever required. This gives you flexibility. When you are entertaining guests, you can spread the tables out. When you need more open floor space, you can bring them together again. They are particularly useful for compact apartments and multifunctional living spaces. From a design perspective, nesting tables can also add layers and visual depth. You can experiment with different heights, materials and shapes while still maintaining a coordinated appearance. The right height matters. Another important detail that people often ignore is the height of the center table. A table that is significantly higher or lower than the seating can feel uncomfortable and visually awkward. Ideally, the table should feel naturally connected to the sofa and chairs. When you are seated, it should be easy to place a cup, book or decorative tray on the surface without excessive reaching. This is why practical comfort should always be considered alongside appearance. A beautiful living room is not only about how it looks in photographs. It should also feel comfortable when you actually live in it. How to choose the right center table for a small living room. If your living room is small, avoid choosing a heavy and oversized table simply because you want to create a luxurious look. Luxury is not about filling every available inch of the room. In fact, a space often feels more premium when there is enough breathing room around the furniture. Consider round tables, glass surfaces, nesting tables or designs with visually lighter bases. Tables raised on legs can also create a greater sense of openness because you can see the floor beneath them. You can also choose a smaller statement piece rather than a large conventional table. A beautifully designed compact table can look much more sophisticated than an oversized table that makes the entire room difficult to navigate. How to style your center table like an interior designer. Once you have selected the right table, styling becomes the next important step. A completely empty center table can sometimes look unfinished, but overcrowding it with accessories is equally problematic. Start with one or two larger elements rather than many tiny objects. A beautiful tray can help organize smaller accessories and create a composed look. You can add a few books, a sculptural object, a candle or a small floral arrangement. The key is variation. Combine different heights and textures. For example, a stack of books can create a low horizontal layer, while a vase introduces height. A sculptural object can add personality. But always leave some empty space. Negative space is an important part of luxury styling. Your table does not need to display everything you own. Match the table to your lifestyle. Before making the final decision, ask yourself how you actually use your living room. Do you regularly entertain guests? Do children use the space? Do you enjoy sitting with snacks and coffee in front of the television? Or is the room primarily a formal entertaining space? Your answers should influence your choice. A delicate sculptural stone table might be perfect for a formal living room, while a more durable wooden or upholstered option could work better in a family space. The best design decisions always combine beauty with real-life functionality. Common center table mistakes to avoid. The first mistake is choosing the wrong size. Always consider proportion and circulation before purchasing. The second mistake is matching every piece of furniture exactly. Your center table does not need to be identical to your television unit, side tables and dining furniture. A professionally designed room often includes subtle variation while maintaining a sense of harmony. The third mistake is ignoring the shape of the seating arrangement. A long sofa may benefit from a rectangular or organic elongated table, while a more compact arrangement may look better with a round or square design. The fourth mistake is over-accessorizing. You should still have enough functional surface area to actually use the table. And finally, do not choose a center table only because it is currently trending. Trends change, but a well-proportioned design that suits your home and lifestyle will continue to work beautifully for years. Final thoughts. The perfect center table is not necessarily the biggest, most expensive or most decorative one. It is the one that feels naturally connected to your living room. It should complement the scale of your furniture, allow comfortable movement, reflect your personal style and support the way you actually live. Whether you prefer warm natural wood, luxurious marble, transparent glass, sculptural metal or a contemporary organic shape, think about the center table as an important part of the overall composition of your living room. A beautiful sofa creates comfort. A beautiful rug defines the space. Lighting creates atmosphere, and the right center table brings all of these elements together. If you enjoyed this video and found these ideas useful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with someone who is currently designing or renovating their living room. And let us know in the comments, which center table do you prefer, wood, marble, glass, or an organic sculptural design? This is Everyday Interiors TV, where we make interior design inspiration practical, beautiful and easy to understand. See you in the next video.